What's going on, you guys? Welcome back. I'm the FPL Penguin, back again with another video for you all. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a rating your drafts, your current drafts that a lot of you very kindly sent to me through a Twitter post I put out earlier today. But yeah, just to let everyone know, obviously I can't do all of them. I did say specifically in here as well. You can see right here. Please send them in your drafts. We'll only pick a few that look kind of different or not too template. So if you don't see yours, I've not deleted them. I've kind of hid them. So then as we go through, these are the ones on the screen these are ones that I've picked. So I've not deleted them. I just hid them to make it a bit more neater. But yeah, these are the ones that I feel these are ones I need to talk about. Not too template-ish. Some players in there I want to talk about as well. Differentials and all that. So we've got about 10 to talk about. So let's get straight into it. Shout out to all these guys. We'll start from top to bottom. And we're going to start off with Brian. Here we go, Brian. What's Brian saying? Probably still too template for your purposes, but haven't seen any other drafts with Alvarez in them. Should you need a reason to talk about him? So, no, appreciate this. It's like the hourglass formation, isn't it? Like that a lot of people talk about, very slim in the midfield, isn't it? Like that two-man midfield. Very not that popular, but I've seen one or two of them flying about. Even I'm considering it a two-man midfield. The five-man defense, very premium. I like the Robbo Trent link up. Robbo very lowly owned at this very moment of time. We know what you can do. You can be kind of rotation with Simicus in some cup competitions and also the league as well. But yeah, I like the Trent and Robbo. I think it's quite interesting to go for, and I don't hate that. And I think that's something I'm considering now. I'm biased because I support Liverpool, but I really do like that. I really do like a Trent and Robbo. You can also consider by saving $1 million by going for, instead of Robbo, go for Matip, because Matip's relatively nailed on in league as well. Konate plays Champions League games and other cup games, while Matip plays vast majority of league games for Liverpool. So you can save yourself $1 million and do that. But if you're not so sure and you're worried about rotation, and Robbo's kind of hit with rotation sometimes with Tisimicus, no one's really safe. But Robbo is the guy, one side and Trent the other, again, those assists and crosses in. So I like it, I really do. And Perisic in there, still 50-50 about him, how he'll do, but you've got that Spurs asset in, defensive asset. There is Doherty as well, but there's also Emerson Royale. Will there be rotation between Emerson and Doherty? So Perisic probably the safer pick to go for. We know there was like a slight injury worry with Perisic the other day after their friendly, but it sounds like Conte is saying like he's not as serious as first feared. Cancelo is in there. It's up to you if you want to, like I said, with Robbo going down to Matip saving himself $1 million, you could possibly go from Cancelo down to either Diaz or Laporte, their two main centre-backs, and save yourself $1 million there. But Cancelo, you're going for all them fullbacks. I really like it. Premium fullbacks and James as well. And just they're going to get those returns, aren't they? They're more likely, obviously, than the centre back to get those returns. You haven't got Son, but you fit yourself in a Kuleveski. I like it. I'm a bit worried that you got no Salah in there, but looks like you're being brave with Alton, very, very brave. It's bold. And your captain Diaz as well. That's very interesting too. And we're hearing about the news about Jota picking up an injury, something similar what he had a while back. It looks like he could miss the start of the season, Jota. So Diaz's place versus Fulham, or the next game of that, looks like it's cemented. Yeah, it's interesting. I know Salah, it is hard. I still feel worried that you haven't got Salah in there, mate. I really do. But it's a nice team so far. Sanchez, maybe you could look at Meslier for Leeds. He's got Wolves and Southampton. We know Raya could be rotation with this new guy coming in from Brentford. Who else have we got? Is Will. Front three, Alvarez, Haaland, and Jesus. Alvarez is an interesting one. He's going to be like rotated with Mahrez and Foden and stuff. It's only wait and see. I don't know too much about him. I only know that he played for River Plate in Argentina. We'll have to see where he is in Pep's plans, but I think that's a bit of a bold one to go for. But if you can get off running on a good start. Who knows? I'd probably start. I look at your bench now. You got Steele, Bruno G, Harrison, and Sambi. I mean, the two there, Bruno and Harrison. I'd probably start either Bruno or Harrison over Alvarez, mate, for sure. And then, or if you want to bench Perisic and start Harrison over him too, so then you've got like a 4-4-3, 4-4-3. Have I just said that completely and utterly? No, 4-4-2, 4-4-2. I should say 4-4-2. I think 4-4-2. If you brought Bruno and Harrison on for Alvarez and Perisic, so probably consider that instead. And don't bother with Alvarez because I don't know how much he is. Is he like 6 point something or 7 point? I wouldn't go for him. No. But the rest of the team looks nice, mate. Looks nice. Thank you for sending that in, Brian. Appreciate it, mate. FPL Negan, Chris, how you doing? Don't be cruel. I'll try not to. You can see Panda's replied there and the bottom right. But yeah, Sanchez, maybe consider Meslier. I'll just go through this quickly. Vestergaard's a bold one, interesting. I believe he's 4 million. Is he going to start? I'm not so sure. So you got 2 4 million defenders. I believe Vestergaard's 4 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, but 2 4 million defenders. That's bold. Interesting, but bold for sure. James in there, Robbo, but got no Trent. Bailey's an interesting one. So mainly 2 bold ones there, Vestergaard and Bailey in that defence. Maybe look elsewhere. Midfield wise, you've gone for Bowen. You're the first ever draft I found for last week or so with second one probably, with Bowen in their draft. I do like Bowen, but his price point to me is so awkward. But I'm not saying he's not good enough. He is good enough. But I think at that price is putting a lot of people off. Bowen's definitely a decent one still to go for. If you get on him early, he scored 2 goals against City last season at home. Is it 2-2 draw? And then he's got some decent fixtures after City. If you can get on him early, I mean, you're winning, and he's doing well. Son in there, you got that. You got Salah captain, Haaland, Hazes up front, and then bench Forster, Archer, El Neni, should we say, and Andreas. It's just that defense that looks a bit awkward to me. It's just Vestergaard and Bailey that are a bit awkward. Maybe you don't. It's up to you. Like you could just if you want. It depends how much money in the bank you've got, Chris. But I think maybe definitely sort that defense out a bit more. Maybe at least get just get a better defender than Vestergaard and Bailey. But yeah, that's what my thoughts are, mate. I appreciate you sending that in. John, it's Friday again. It's Friday, Sunday. What? Here he is, Mr. John Allison, FPL lads, top guy. Edison is gone for that. Woohoo! Premium goalkeeper. Look at that. Look at that. He's going all out. Starting this off with Edison in goal. Tomiyasu, Robertson, Darlow, and Trippier. The old-fashioned 4-4-2. Mo Salah, captain. Diaz in there. Grealish. I hate Grealish. We'll talk about it in a minute, but if you're going to go for a City mid and you can't afford KDB, maybe take a chance on Mars or Foden. I just absolutely hate Grealish in FPL. He won't get you many points. I just have to say that. I've got to be honest. But you're gone for your boy Eze, Crystal Palace fan, as you are. I don't hate it, but Grealish is an awkward one. I'd probably look elsewhere. I like Trips. I like another one with Robbo. Darlow's an interesting one. I'm just kind of waiting to see with Manchester United. If you watch the game, we gifted. I'm a Liverpool fan. You can go, but I watched the whole game. We had a second string team out. We brought all the big boys on with 30 minutes left of the game. We gifted before the big boys came on. Well, we were like before half time. We gifted the first 3 goals to Manchester United. Terrible mistakes. That meant nothing. That absolutely meant nothing, that game. But Grealish in there too. Probably look away from him, and Darlow probably look away from, and just look elsewhere. I like the Haaland-Kane partnership up front. Feast your eyes on this one. It's different. It's good. It's not bad. It's different, and I do like it. But like I said, Darlow, Edison, you've got that City defensive asset, should we say, for those lovely fixtures. Yeah, just look at Darlow and Grealish. Just look elsewhere. If you want to keep your boy Eze, go for him, because you're a Crystal Palace fan. I ain't gonna tell you to get rid of your own player from your team. Darlow and Grealish probably reconsider. But yeah, it's nice. It's decent. I really do like it. John, appreciate it, mate. Nihal is next. How you doing? Maybe this is it. Who knows? Thank you, Nihal. Really appreciate it. Sanchez, Cancelo, Trent, Chilwell, Tomiyasu, Bailey, a 5 million gem, Foden, Salah, and Sancho. Kane and Jesus up front. You got Janssen, a playing defender. Is it 4 goals and 3 assists, or if we're around last season for the Bees? Yeah, I'm still debating whether to go for James or Chilwell. Both same price bracket. It's going to be interesting to see who is the better option. I kind of prefer Chilwell, just because of stats and lesser games, and before he got that big injury. Was it like 1 goal, 3 assists, something the way around in like 7 league games before he got that big injury? Chilwell. Midfield wise, I like that Bailey one. 5 sub rule, you never know. Who knows? Can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. Foden, like I said, prefer him or Marvis over Grealish when we talk about FPL lads team. Sancho, you get the Man United asset in, but it's like with Man United, still wait and see. Don't look at that Liverpool game. What I've just said earlier, just don't rush into things. Oh my God, they smashed Liverpool 4-0. Like what I told you guys, second string team, gifted them the first 3 goals. Friendly. It meant nothing that. But need to see more Man United. I'm not convinced by looking at them yet. This Ronaldo transfer saga is still going on. Is he staying? Is he going? Who knows? Up front, Kane, Hayes up front. You haven't gone for Haaland. Nihal, are you not worried about the ownership? Or are you brave enough to go through it? Are you thinking about doing the Kane to Haaland in game week 2? But it's a decent draft. I like it. Moving on down, Maestro, here he is. Another Manchester United fan here. Meslier and goal, Trent, Trips, Doherty instead of Perisic, Diaz, I like it, Tomiyasu, Saka, Salah, Neto, hate it, well, Neto, and Son, and Haaland captain. Archer, just same old bench, a lot of people. I like the Meslier shout, I've been talking about him earlier. Some people having Sanchez in the team. Drafts, Trent, Trippier. I like the 5-man defence. I like Diaz. Like we're talking about maybe downgrading somebody else's team. Was it Cancelo to Diaz or Laporte? Saves you $1 million. I know he didn't get many returns as Cancelo, but saves you $1 million. It's like doing Robertson down to Matip. Saves yourself $1 million. Regular starter as well. I like it. Neto, if you can look elsewhere, why don't you take a chance on Bailey from Aston Villa? Why don't you take a chance on Bailey? Who knows? And save you 0.5. Maybe you can save that or move that elsewhere, spread that around the team. But it's a nice team, Maestro. Appreciate it. Send it in, mate. It's nice. Midfield looks decent. The defense looks nice to look at. You got Trippier who can get some good returns, take set pieces and all that. But looks decent. It's just all about Doherty. If him and Emerson Royale will rotate, who knows? Home. Here we go. Mitrovic, ready to burn my eyes by looking at Mitrovic. What are you saying? 1 million in the bank, and oh God, I can't even pronounce that name. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that guy's name. I assume he's from Aston Villa. May come out. It's a technical car crash, but it's my car crash. P.S. Never captain in the early days kickoff, and yes, I'm aware of the Friday night game. You got Gabriel, you got Odegaard. Interesting. Undav, I don't get, and I'm waiting to see on Undav. Bardi, is he going to keep starting games because of his age? Iniacho's there. There's Daka there too. I think with Vardy's price, is he still worth it? Is he 9.5 in the game? I think he is. Is he really still worth it, especially at his age? Like, Iniacho and Daka much younger than him are there. We rotate a lot, Vardy. Who knows? Odegaard, I'd rather much have Saka over him as an Arsenal midfielder. Son captain Salah in their 2 defence. You know how I feel about Mitrovic, mate. So I think the players I've got question marks over: Raya, because this other goalkeeper at the signs, Dunk. Who's the other one? Odegaard, Vardy. I'm not going to mention Mitrovic because he's your boy and he plays for Fulham, so I'm going to let you have that with Mitro. But Undav, all right. So Raya, Dunk, Odegaard, Bardi, and Undav. Right, those 5 players. Reconsider and have a look at other players, because I'm not so sure, especially Vardy. I'm not so sure about Vardy, in my opinion. Save yourself a lot more money by just getting someone much cheaper. Spend that money around a bit more as well. So those 5 players, barring Mitrovic, that's what I'd say, mate. But yeah, it's a decent team. Just think about what those 5 players I mentioned. Kobe, have you deleted it? Sorry, I'm still going to review it, unless you sent me another one. Mendy, Trent, Laporte, Perisic, Chilwell, Rashford, Diaz, Neto, Salah, Kane, and Jesus. You probably sent me another one as I'm doing this video for you now. We're going to do it anyway. So Laporte, go through it quickly. Either Laporte, Diaz, like it, you saved yourself $1 million by not going for Cancelo. Rashford, I have to wait and see on Manchester United. Yeah, Delat won't get you any points. You know, it's especially with what they've got in attack in a minute. But just players like that, mate. I'll have to see if you sent me another team. I have to have a look. It's from Bardi boys. Sanchez, 5 back. Doherty, James, Cancelo, Trent, Williams, Foden, Diaz, Grealish. You 2 making up the Haaland points. Gone for Foden, Grealish. I look at Mahrez instead of Grealish, if you can do that. If you want to still got City mid. You got Gordon, Williams rotate nicely. I have to see where Gordon goes. Is he going to stay at Everton? Is he going to Newcastle? I don't know. I don't particularly rate him. I think Everton just going to have another shocking season again. They've lost the star player in Richarlison. And they haven't really bought anyone yet, have they? I still think they're going to have another bad season, to be honest with you. I think it's bold. Just the question marks over Sanchez. I know you got the Sanchez Steele sort of partnership combo going on. Maybe look at Meslier instead. Sanchez is decent. I'll give you that. And then we got Cancelo, Doherty, James, Trent. Yeah. Just question marks over Grealish mainly. And just look elsewhere, like I was saying about FPL lad. He won't get many points in FPL. Grealish. He won't. Next one is from Harvey. I'm a very amateur FPL player from Australia. Good day. How you doing, mate? Would appreciate any help. No worries, mate. You know, this is why I wanted to add this one in, because, you know, I'd like to try and help new FPL managers. And hopefully what we've been talking about so far, if you're watching Harvey, is giving you some good idea players you want to bring in and what you want to do. So, yeah, I'd say question mark. So by looking at your team here, the Leeds fella, Sinisterra, I'd say Sinisterra, Smith Rowe, Sinisterra, Smith Rowe, and the Anawani from Nottingham Forest, should we say? I'd say those 3 players probably reconsider. I'd probably look at elsewhere. You don't really need. I know you're probably making up for the Perisic points with Lloris, but you could keep Lloris. But I'd just say the Leeds fella, Sinisterra, Smith Rowe, and the Nottingham Forest striker, the new guy. Look elsewhere. You know, I would look elsewhere. Try and look at players like, for Arsenal, maybe try to look on Odegaard, Martinelli, cheaper than Saka, instead of Smith Rowe, Harrison instead of Sinisterra. Harrison's more proven in the Premier League with Leeds. Johnson instead of the new Notts Forest guy up front, if you want to go for that Notts Forest guy. Just players like that. It's good, it's decent, but I think you're missing players like Salah. You haven't got any Liverpool City attackers. and that to me is a big red flag. Like, you haven't got either. So I definitely try and get someone like Diaz or Salah in for sure. And maybe do Van Dijk to Trent or Robertson like that. I think there's quite a bit of work to do in that team. But you definitely need a City Liverpool big name attacker for sure, mate. That's what I highly recommend. Appreciate you sending the team in, mate. Lanesh, I hope I pronounced that right, mate. Henderson, I hope you're doing good, mate. Henderson, Trent, Chilwell, James, Robertson, Cancelo, Salah captain, Son, Rashford, Bailey, Jesus up front. So no Haaland, no other City attacker. You've gone for double Liverpool defense, double Chelsea defense. I'll tell you what I feel like you could do. Maybe do Cancelo down to Diaz and Rashford to Foden or Mahrez if you can do that. It depends what your plan is going to game week 2. But that defense is very, very strong. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it. It's very strong. You've put a lot of money in that defense. And that midfield looks kind of, it's like quite heavy, strong on one side and kind of 50-50 on the other side. So maybe upgrade Rashford, I'd say for sure, if you can, and just downgrade Cancelo down to Diaz. I don't think double Chelsea defense is necessary, to be honest with you. Just have one of them as well, and maybe look at Perisic instead of either James or Chilwell. It's up to you, mate. No, but appreciate you sending that in. I think we've done everyone's team. Have we done everybody's team? Yes, we have. We've done everyone's team. Right. We've done them all. Right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've been the FPL Penguin. Thank you to everyone that sent me the teams in, and to the people that sent me the teams I didn't show. I'm sorry. I apologise, but like I said, what I said, I was only going to pick a fair few, and then the ones that really came out at me and something to talk about, But anyway, appreciate you still sending me them, and guys, thank you so much. Please give the video a like, and please do subscribe, and do check out my other videos as well. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.